a life with Christian Atsu. Tell me, beyond what we saw, how did he impact on the Ghana Police Service? I mean, the Ghana Prison Service.
Thank you, Akansi, once again. And good evening to your cherished viewers. Christian Atsu is a name in the prison service that people wish will not go away among inmates and prison officers. The impact he has had on inmates is so huge. Christian came to prisons through a foundation by a prisons ambassador called Ibrahim Kwatin, who brought him in because of what we did with Ibrahim on the score of inmates getting sentenced, petty offenses they can't pay. And he came in to support.
Right.
In fact, in less than 2 years, Christian has been able to pay for the fines of 113 inmates, 79 of these ones male, and the others female.
He paid for the fines
Yes.
of 113 inmates.
113 inmates. They were sentenced by the law courts to either pay a fine or go in for this number of years.
And he paid the fines.
He paid their fines.
And so
freed them.
They're set free.
Yes. That is not all. After paying fines, he settled some of them. He gave them startup capital to start their own businesses so they don't come back to prisons, what we call recidivism. Because mostly somebody is freed from prison, he goes home and he has no shoulder to lean on.
Indeed.
He learns a trade in prison, he gets home and nothing to start a business with. So they relapse and they come back to jail. I just saw that as something that was disturbing. So if he pays your fine, he tries to give you something to go and start a business that will not let you come back to prisons. Just as you showed somebody selling things on the streets. One of the beneficiaries of Atsu's magnanimity as a footballer, he didn't stop there. Atsu used to come into the prisons and play football with the inmates.
He used to play football with the inmates?
Yes. He would bring other partners to play. He bought them jerseys because in the prisons, one of the best ways to make sure they're calm is to give them entertainment, to give them something to do.
True.
You get up and then there's nothing to do. You can be agitated. Atsu found a window through that.
In fact, I was part of the group that made a donation to the inmates at the Insuon maximum prisons, and we saw the talent, the football talent in there.
Yes.
You have very great footballers in the prisons.
And I think that's where he was coming to. I'm sure he was trying to get talents that he could support if they get out.
Right.
And we have a good number of them. In fact, every day these inmates are playing ball. Some were very energetic. In fact, very energetic. They are still.
I see. And I understand you actually organized a football match in his honor this week.
In fact, yesterday, there was a memorial church service for him by the Nsawan male prisons. It was packed. Inmates were very emotional. And afterwards, it was crowned with a gala, a football match between the officers and the inmates in honor of Christian Atsu. They actually wore the jerseys Atsu bought for them in the prisons.
That's beautiful.
Yes.
And so apart from these 113 that he actually paid their fines and freed them virtually, there are others that he had helped over the period as well?
Over the period, there was an old lady female prisoner that was suffering from a very chronic disease that nobody could take care of. Atsu took him to the Kolebu Teaching Hospital. He paid everything. Unfortunately, we lost that female prisoner, that old lady. We lost her. But she actually did everything to ensure that she got back her health.
Wow.
Atsu has gone to the Otu Camp prison. He has gone to grade their playing field and has sent them food a couple of times on occasions, maybe during Christmas, Ramadan, to feed all the prisoners there. Imagine hundreds of prisoners Atsu is feeding them on occasions. He didn't really stop there. He did so much. And that also includes finding more jobs. One particular prisoner that got discharged, he bought him a drill machine.
A drill machine?
Yes. As a business to start with.
Wow.
This is a lot Atsu has done.
You see, let me say that Chief Kwesi Dakwa KKD, is also going to be joining us shortly in studio. He has a few thoughts as well to share on this and how Christian Atsu impacted on the lives of many people as well. But you indicated, I recall, that he advocated for the passage of the non-custodial bill.
Yes.
Tell me about that.
So the non-custodial bill is something that has been in Parliament awaiting assent, because what we see is most of the people that are sentenced, for example, somebody goes to steal banana because he's hungry and he's giving 3 months, 9 months, or a year to serve in prisons. We think that if there is non-custodial bill, this person can just be asked to sweep the streets of Accra to make Ghana clean.
I see.
Instead of going inside. And Atsu, when he started seeing those fines he was paying, he said that if this bill is in place, if it is activated and it's working, it means these people will not come to prison.
True.
One, they will be beneficial to society by cleaning or doing something minor, petty. I mean, something very small.
So, so they'll do community service.
Community service
instead of going
into prison. So he started talking about it seriously and was trying to go places with it, if he could influence, even internationally, to ensure that the system works and brings in this non-custodial sentencing. It's in the process, but of course, you know that our system can be a bit slow.
True.
So it's in Parliament, awaiting assent. Atsu picked that up and tried an advocacy to ensure that this bill is passed to actually stop the needless coming in of prison by people who...
We have an overcrowded prison, is it not?
That is it.
That's the picture of the various prisons across the country.
Yes.
It's overcrowded.
Overcrowded. So you know, if Nsawam is supposed to take 800 people, it's taking 3,400 as we speak.
So that's the current population in Nsawam?
Yes, that's it.
3,400 inmates. That's against 800. The 800
capacity.
The capacity that it was built
for, yes.
How are you coping? I mean, that's about 4 times
this.
The capacity.
So that is where we keep appealing to people, organizations, NGOs to come to our aid. Where Atsu has come in, where the Church of Pentecost has come in to also, they started building, at least they built 2 prisons for us. One in Sawam there, and the other at Ejura. One more is about 80% complete at Damango. The 4th is in Obuasi, almost complete. All of this is just to help decongest the prisons. And that's what Atsu started doing by paying the fines of inmates, petty offenses that are not so much of a threat. The man is just hungry and he stole, yes, that's an offense.
So what are the urgent things that you need? I mean, as a service. So Atsu is gone now, but I'm sure there are very benevolent individuals out there, and even some of his colleague footballers as well, who might want to continue his legacy. So talk to them. So
I want just to say that they should look at what Atsu has done. Atsu is gone. They went and buried Atsu today, but his name, his legacy will live forever. So anybody who didn't know that this is what was happening to us as a service, happening to Ghanaians, and they've seen what Atsu has done and what is being said about him, please come on board. Don't let this thing pass, because if you love this country, the people in there are your neighbors tomorrow. Indeed. So we always pray that they should come back reformed. Otherwise, you think you have done them. It's a dustbin. They will go. They won't die there. They will come back.
Indeed. Wow.
So let's help reform the prisoners by giving them the support they need. They come back to society as our neighbors that we can stay with.
So they can come to you, the Ghana Prison Service, with all the help and the support. And then the Correctional Institute as well.
Yes.
That's where they're under 18, that the juvenile.
The juvenile correctional center.
That's around the Jowulu area.
Yes.
Okay, you get that. What was the youngest there?
The youngest, well, we take from 8 up to 13.
So you have an 8-year-old?
No, not 8, 13 up to 17, yes.
Wow. They need all the help.
They need all the help you can think of.
Vitalis, thank you so much
You're most welcome.
For coming. And you know, the beauty about Christian Atsu's impact is that he was doing it on the quiet. I mean, after his death, that's when we're getting to know all these things that he's done for you. So all the best to you. In fact, we're just getting messages from some of our viewers that they are coming through. to help you as well. We can't mention names, but we just hope that you carry through these messages you've sent to us. So, Vitalis Aiyeh, thank you so much for coming. Chief Superintendent of Ghana Prison Service. He's the head of the Public Relations Department of the Ghana Prison Service as well. Vitalis, appreciate it.